has been my main pistol for the last little while now. It is the Orion No. 3 Performance by Poseidon, and I really do like this pistol. I did a video on it a good little while back, but honestly, I haven't really used it all that much, even though it's been my main pistol. And a big reason for that is because I only have one mag for it, and when you only have one mag for it, you can't really use it as like a primary weapon. So it's kind of just a sidearm, and I didn't really have a good holster setup. That's been resolved now, video on that later, but I intend to be using this pistol a lot more now. Just haven't gotten around to it. Mags are expensive and whatnot, but that has kind of all been remedied by this guy. This is the Stormbreaka HPA Adapter for M4 mags by Poseidon. And kinda this whole ecosystem just goes so well together with the Poseidon gun. So first off, big thank you to Trigger Airsoft for sending me all these things here, except for this mag. This is my mag. But everything else here has been sent to me by Trigger Airsoft, so I really, really appreciate it. If you guys are searching for any Poseidon products, Trigger Airsoft is your go-to spot here in Canada, and they've got lots of other stuff as well, even if you're not into that. But Poseidon has a really cool ecosystem going on here. It's kind of like Apple products almost, where they kind of just all work super well together. You've got the phone, you've got the laptop, got the watch, whatever. They all work super well together. And it's kind of the same with the Poseidon products. So literally last night, I ran the Stormbreaka for the first time at my local Field Siege Airsoft and had a great time with it. Again, I really haven't used this pistol all that much because I've just been kind of waiting for more mags and a good holster setup to run it as a sidearm. But I finally can say I've put it through the paces and it is great. This pistol is very, very good. I kind of forgot how much fun it was to play with a pistol. It's just not something I've done a lot lately. Running this last night was a breath of fresh air, brought back so many memories, and I really just enjoy playing with a pistol. You can play so small and play just really different than you normally would with a rifle. But yeah, talking more about this pistol. It is accurate. Like, wow, it's accurate. I can't believe actually how accurate it is. I haven't done any internal upgrades to anything here, just so you guys know. And to run it with HPA, that's pretty impressive because HPA can be quite hard on internal components, depending on how much PSI you run. It was shooting across the map, no problem, and I was getting tons of one taps and whatnot throughout the night, which is super satisfying. So when I first got this pistol, all I had was the pistol, but Trigger was kind enough to also send out the RMR plate for it. So I threw an RMR on there just to help dial in those one taps and whatnot so much more. I never really used to use red dots. I would just kind of hip fire, but I'm finding having that reference point when you're holding an angle is just so valuable, and it's a huge time saver. So yeah, super solid RMR plate on here. Wasn't hard to install, but I think it upgrades this pistol a ton because it really allows you to take advantage of the accuracy of this pistol. Now, let's talk about the Stormbreaka. So I am no stranger to HPA adapters. I've tried pretty well all of them. And to be honest, they are kind of more or less the same. I'm just gonna say it right out the gate, but there are some really nice things about this one. Biggest thing, we've heard tons of complaints lately about 3D printed parts for airsoft. It's just kind of not acceptable anymore, if that makes sense. They're great in a pinch, they do the job, but if you fall on it or whack it against something or just fall funny, they tend to not really hold up. I even have one of my previous ones where the mag release got shot out on it because it was 3D printed. And now that adapter is kind of useless. It's kind of just busted because of that. So it's really nice to see like a full metal aluminum build HPA adapter. It is a bit heavier for sure, but it's great. It's gonna hold up and it's gonna do its job as long as you need it to. You're not gonna have any issues there. Another really cool thing about this adapter that I haven't seen ever on any other adapter is that it's compatible with both Glock and Hicapa, which is super mind-blowing and cool. So if you're a Hicapa player and a Glock player, or one day you feel like switching it up and selling your Hicapa and buying a Glock, you can keep the same adapter and just swap out the mag, and that's all you have to do. It is super easy and super accessible that way, and I really do like that also. So this is literally the only adapter you're ever going to need. Now also, I really do like this loose style of hose. The hose is definitely the biggest complaint that I get with HPA. A lot of people just saying, I can't get around the hose. And I totally get that, I really do. But this is probably the best design that I've seen so far, and it just really gets it out of your way. So if you happen to bonk it or push it, or you're holding down a funky angle and you're going sideways or something, going gangsta, you know, this will just fly right out of the way because it's super loose and it isn't in your way at all, which is super nice. The entire time I was playing with it, it was not in my way one bit. Now I would say probably my biggest complaint with this adapter is a lot of them have some sort of spring retention. So when you click in your M4 mag, and then when you pull it out, there'll be a little valve here. It'll probably drop like 3 or 4 BBs, but there'll be a little button here that you can press and they'll all fall out so you can clear the mag. This one doesn't have that, so when you pull out your mag, it's just gonna drop all of the BBs that are in here, which is probably around 15 BBs. Not that big of a deal. I just keep my mag in it until I'm out in the field and I have my bottle of BBs, and then I drop them all in there. Really not that big of a deal, but just something to be aware of. As you know, if you're doing a mag change, you're probably gonna drop a couple BBs. So just be aware of that, and a little nitpick, but nothing too severe. It does a great job of feeding. It's just kind of like a straw here, so the tension from the spring in your mag is what's pushing the BBs up. But yeah, feeds flawlessly. I never had any issues, and I ran it the whole night, and it was great. But yeah, I really think Poseidon has an awesome little ecosystem going on here. Everyone that I've talked to about Poseidon and has owned one in the past has just said how accurate they are, and I totally agree with that. And after owning one and really experiencing the full potential of a Poseidon, it is an incredible beast, and it is accurate for sure. For a stock product, it is a very premium, upgraded product that does not disappoint, I'll say that. And I love the addition of the RMR on here and the adapter. With the adapter, you really just feel like you're unlocking the full potential. You can go as trigger happy as you want, and you know, you've got 170 rounds and a tiny mid cap. I do recommend using these smaller style mags in the adapters. I just personally like it way more. It's just a smaller package, a little more eye-pleasing, and yeah, I think it just does the job so much better than having just a jumbo mag on there, because it gets in the way of if you're prone or if you're crouching even, you know, it's just a bit more of a cumbersome thing, but this is a more tight, compact package that just kind of works really, really well, in my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Stormbreaka HPA adapter and my little update on the Poseidon. If you guys want to check out any of the Poseidon products, definitely hit up Trigger Airsoft. They've been awesome to me, so I really want to support them back. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you own one of these pistols? Are you picking up this HPA adapter? Let me know your thoughts. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.